coming at you with a breakdown video today. This time I am breaking down my match this last weekend at Finisher Sub Only. It was an incredible pleasure to go compete at Finishers. Zach Maslany, I'm sorry if I butchered your last name there, sir. And the whole Finishers team were really amazing. They were awesome guys. It's a great show. They did a good job with the production, even in this strange time. And, I really appreciate the opportunity. And I hope, despite my showing this weekend, that I can go back and seek some redemption. So, I think it was a really good opportunity for me and really fun to do. Obviously, I'm not super pleased with my performance and the way it went. But at the same time, I think that's how it happens. Occasionally, you have to have these experiences to be reminded of that. So I'll talk about it more in detail here. But one thing I'll say is that I do think that my performance, the reason I'm not happy with it is because I came out with the wrong mindset. I think the skill set I showed wasn't what I could do. And the reason for it is just that I came out worried too much about winning or losing, particularly by trying to win. And for me, when I'm thinking about that, the outcome, I'm not focused on the process. I'm not letting my technique come out and actually achieve what I'm trying to accomplish. So it's a strange thing, but I think sometimes in order to, for me at least, to perform well, you have to let go of your control over the possibilities and just go out and do what you do. So you can tell, I'll talk about it a number of times, I think, but especially those who see me roll before and have rolled with me, I was pretty tense. I wasn't any more or less nervous, I don't think, for this competition than I am for any competition. I think there's always an element of nerves, but it was, I felt tense and stiff, coming out there, I just didn't have the same flow, and I was too conservative. I wasn't attacking, and that, I think, is what led to my opponent being able to get ahead of me here. So I'll play a video. Eric Naples, my opponent, awesome dude. Really tough competitor. He's a champion medalist at Pan Am's. Always put him towards the end of the card because I know I'm having to talk over the. I'll turn them down. Their commentary is great, by the way. If you ever want to watch, go to Finishers TV on YouTube. They have the whole card out. It's a great card. There's some awesome matches. And the commentary from Zach and his crew is awesome. They do a really good job of talking about the matches and making it interesting for even those who aren't as deep into grappling as some others are. So right there was an initial exchange. I knew Eric has a strong guard game, and he often plays directly to it. But he came out and wrestled a little bit here, and I thought that was neat. Good for him to do. And he hits a beautiful little foot sweep here. So I'm in a left foot lead. He comes out, and he kind of hits that little foot sweep and gets me off balance. Wasn't able to follow up on that one, but he did a really good job of, kind of setting the tone. I felt a little more defensive there. I was like, oh, man, he's got this little foot sweep I hadn't seen before. And afterward, he was saying that he had been working on it recently. So he tried the flying triangle, which I kind of expected from him. He's seen footage of him drilling it, so just something that I sort of anticipated a bit. And right in that little exchange, he tried the flying triangle, and I kind of framed on his hips to stop him from getting up to my shoulders. He was playing this little De La Hiva kind of guard position. And so I'm pretty aware of it. It's kind of what I was expecting. He did a good job of off-balancing me, though, as I started to work toward my pass and standing up. And that was something that Eric did very, very well here. Anytime I started to get close to, passing his guard, he would change the game. He would change a position. And there he tried to jump up and grab a flying guillotine. Because it's not allowed in finishers to jump guard. Just jump your legs up to a guard. But if you're attempting a submission at the same time, then it's okay. So if you're wondering about that, that's why that worked. So here, he's playing a rubber guard game, and he's trying to isolate my arms, and most likely going for a triangle, but he would have taken an armbar, I'm sure. So for me, I play with a lot of 10th planet guys. The rubber guard position, I think, is very dangerous if you're not patient. And it can be very dangerous even if you are patient. The guys who are really good at it, they will get you, even if you're staying very patient. But I was just getting very calm, very patient, waiting to slowly work my shoulders free, which I did. I was kind of going for a little smash pass here, so I'll go back to that. So I'm trying to, like, I got a little arm weave, so I was under the top leg and over the bottom leg, trying to limit his mobility and trying to get around his guard. But he was doing a good job of framing on me with his arms, kind of threatening a little Kimura grip there on my left arm. And once again, as soon as I started to get past his legs, he got up. He scrambled really well. He's very fast. And, I just didn't feel like I was aggressively attacking the positions like I normally would like to. In those positions, you normally kind of dive in as a scrambling to go for like a front headlock grip or something like that. And that was the second foot sweep. This is where he was actually able to follow up. That was beautiful work there. So as I was kind of stepping forward, yeah, he hits that nice little foot sweep, throws me over the top of it. So, and he starts to work on passing my guard. I just wasn't active enough with it. He threatens back exposure for a hot second there, so I'm kind of forced to go to my back to prevent him from taking it. And he's working as sort of a side mount position here. Well, it's not sort of side. It is side mount. But he's kind of a little bit toward beyond belly there. And so this is going to become important in a second. He has his arm framed underneath my neck, right? And at first he was kind of going for this Darce grip. As I turn over, I'm looking for a single. He starts to threaten the Darce, and I immediately collapse that elbow space and arch my head back so he can't connect. But then he connects his hands in a really interesting way. I don't know if they get a good shot of it here. Yeah, you can kind of see. He has, his hands together in like a reverted, like a different type of like a gable grip from inside. So normally when most people, including myself, get a high elbow guillotine, you're gripping the bottom of your hand. So it's kind of your hands are both facing you, and you're here. He's gripping reversed, like so. It's a little odd, and like I didn't feel as threatening to me immediately as it should have. I was trying to frame on his hips. He did a really good job of grapevining my leg and keeping his hips connected to me, which is what made the guillotine work there. So great job for Eric. He had to go to a game that's a little different than his normal game, but it was I think very effective for him. I really hats off to Eric. I hope, and I know there's only a few of us out there in this weight class. I really hope I get a chance to compete against him again. I think it'll go differently. I can't say that like I would beat him necessarily, although I think I would. But that at least I'll show my technique a little more because I was just pure defense here. It's a frustrating experience, but it's important for the next competition. And that's where I'm at. There's always another one, right? And that's not true forever, but for me, it's like I believe in competing frequently, and when I'm doing that, I think you lose the pressure because you realize, oh, this is just another day in the office, right? And I think coming off of a 4-month layoff right into a competition that's kind of big, it's pretty rough. But obviously Eric came up and rose to that challenge really well. So hats off to him. Thank you once again to Zach Maslany and Finishers and my sponsor Zenko Fightwear for the sick rash guard set. It was a lot of fun. So, this is why we compete. You learn something. If it's technique, you learn some technique. If it's mindset, it's about how to compete, the strategy of competition, that's an important thing too. So, well, guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the mats.